Hi, welcome to my video. This is going to be a video review of the Ignatius Bible, large print edition, RSV-CE second edition. So, as you can see here, this is a very substantial Bible. It's actually quite large. You can see turning it on the side here. This is coming into just about 2.5 inches thick. About 7.25 inches wide here, and coming in about 10 and we'll say 10.25 tall. It's got quite a lovely cover. It's listed as, when I ordered it, it was listed as black, but in my opinion, it actually shows as almost a dark blue. It is kind of modeled in with black there, but it's quite nice. Bonded leather cover with this beautiful gold image laid over the top there. It lays flat. You don't feel anything rubbing your hand across it. I quite like it. I like these icons here. Now, the reason I had ordered this Bible, I don't particularly have any issues reading standard print Bibles, but I was interested in marking my Bible as I read. And my other Bible that I have is also a RSV-CE. It is the first edition as compared to this one, which is the second edition, but it is a compact Bible, so it's quite small, which makes it hard to note. So I had bought this Bible specifically for that purpose. You can see along the edges it does have the gilded edging here, which is quite nice. Flipping it over onto the first page, it has this nice textured in page here. Now the pages are thin, but they're not tissue paper thin. So I have another large print RSV Catholic edition, which I might bring out for comparison, that has quite a bit thinner pages. I thought this font was nice. It's actually 14-point font, which is even larger than my other large print. My other large print is, I believe, 13-point. And the pages here, you can see, are just slightly off-white. They're a slight cream color to them. Now, probably this, I probably prefer white for me, but it doesn't make a huge difference, in my opinion. And you can see, I think the typeface is quite nice. You can see it doesn't have a ton of margin space, but it is very hard to find a Catholic Bible with significant margin space, and nearly impossible, well, as far as I can tell, it is impossible to find an RSV-CE first or second edition with wide margins or note-taking space. So this was pretty much as good as it got, as far as I could see. And I'll show you, I did do some markings. You might be able to see it. The yellow really against the cream doesn't show up phenomenally well, but hopefully you can see that. I was going through Genesis and marking the use of the verb eating. So anything that marked eating, I was marking there. And you can see I did use make some notations here, and that was using the Pentel Mica 0.4mm pens. And you can see it really, as far as ghosting goes, I mean, it wasn't perfect, but I think it held up really well for a Bible that's not intended for that, for marking. It's not a journaling Bible or anything like that. So flipping through the pages, it feels quite nice. Let's see. Now, unfortunately, you can see it does have some maps back here. No prayers or anything like that. It just goes straight from Revelation. You have a few blank pages here, and then you have the maps. Now, I don't particularly use the maps very frequently, but they are here if that's something you're interested in. Now, I did do some color tests here. You can see I use like I said, the Pilot Mica pen. in all these colors, and they all showed up really well on this color paper, on the cream compared. I can tell you on the white that this orange, red, and this these all three here come out looking pretty similar. I think on this cream paper you can see a little bit more the difference between the red and the pink and the orange. Here, these are actually my Prismacolor Cola Erase pencils, and I can tell you that this this paper actually held up quite well to the color being erased and reapplied. So now, unfortunately, there's a couple things. This did have a sticker here on the back, which is annoying, but I actually decided to go ahead and return this Bible for a simple reason, and let me show you. I was doing a study on, it was on Abel in Genesis, and I wanted to mark the reference in Hebrews. And I noticed, let me show you, when I was looking for that, I noticed, look at this. It goes, I don't know if you can see, hopefully this is recording right, it goes from Hebrews 11 here, and then over on this page, look at that, we're on 2 Peter chapter 2. So I was just missing, I think all of James and 1 Peter here. So yeah, obviously I have no use for a Bible that doesn't even have all the epistles. And luckily I caught it quick enough that I'm going to be able to return it. So I'm going to go ahead and send that back. I got that from CatholicShop.com. They had them on a great sale. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to pay for shipping on this huge beast of a Bible. But that will be going back soon. So, and you know what? Hold on just a moment, and I'm going to get my other large print RSV-CE so we can compare it a little bit. Okay, I'm back. So this is my other Bible that I got. This Bible came, it didn't have any box. It was just with the plastic wrapping over the top. This is the Ignatius Catholic Bible Large Print Edition. This is the first Catholic edition. And you will find some differences between the second Catholic edition and the first Catholic edition. One of those is going to be that the second Catholic edition completely removes all of these thous in that language, which the first edition retains in the Psalms. And actually, anytime they are addressing God, it retains that language, which I kind of like. I do. I kind of like that. It's just to me, it sounds beautiful. Now this one, I actually believe I like the cover of this one better. It feels, to me, it just feels a little better. If you want to take a look at the binding here, hopefully you can see that. Okay, let me see. Let me show you the binding on this one if that's something you're interested in. I think probably now that I'm looking at the screen better, I think when I showed you, you couldn't see that. I think I was showing it to the wrong end of the camera. Hold on. So here's Hebrews 11, and you can see Hebrews 11 over here, and 2 Peter 1 and 2 over here, so skipping the books. Sorry, I'm working with limited capabilities here. I'm hoping you can see everything on here. Here's the binding. I love this. I think it's just beautiful, simple. This one has a ribbon. This one has no ribbon. This one has the gilded edges. It's a little bit, you can see it's quite a bit, I mean, it's a little bit smaller. It's not insignificant. So we got 9.5 by about 6.5, 6 3/4. So that's, and then about 2 inches. So we're losing about 1/2 inch on the thickness and about 1 inch on the sides, or on the length, excuse me. This one, I think it's a little bit prettier. You open it, it has this really nice presentation page here. And look at this. That's pretty. Has several of those. And now the problem with this one, you open it up, it has, you can see the print's a little bit smaller. Like I said, I think this is a 13 point. Let's see if it says on the back. I want to say 13.5 point font. But you lose some of that margin space that the other one has, so it's not quite spaced the same way. But I mean, it's beautiful. It feels the paper, the pages as well in this one are quite a bit thinner than the other one. These are those tissue paper thin pages. It has quite a bit of ghosting in the text. I mean, as far as I can tell, the text is not really aligned. Let me see. Oh, maybe. No, you can see here it's really not aligned. So that can make it hard, you know, could make it hard to read. But you can see if we go, let's go to the Psalms. So you can see that it does maintain some of that older language. So right here it says, if thou, O Lord, shouldst mark iniquities, Lord, who could stand? But there's forgiveness with thee, that thou mayest be feared. So if that's something you like, make sure you're getting the first Catholic edition, not the second edition. Now in the back here, what I also like is after Revelation, we have a section of, so here's your explanatory notes in the appendix. And here it has prayers and devotions. So you're going to have your daily prayers, along with just some other ones. The prayer of St. Ignatius Loyola is a good one that I love. So that's a great resource. And honestly, I have that in my compact version, and I really love it. My compact version is actually this exact Bible, just smaller, miniature. So, and this also has the 3-year cycle of readings for Sunday Mass, which my compact does not have. Here's some maps for those of you who like maps. And I did not do any testing on this or marking because I'm actually going to send it back. I was trying to decide what my new Bible for this year was going to be, and it ended up being between this one or the Great Adventure Bible, and I did decide to go ahead and stick with the Great Adventure Bible. So this one's going to be sent back, but I tell you what, I really do love it. And if I didn't have the same edition in a compact version, I might have went with this one. But since I have that same one in that compact edition, I feel better about sending this back. So that's these two large print ones compared. This one, I believe, this one is Oxford University Press. So if you're wanting this Bible, make sure to look through that publisher. Whereas this one, I do love this end page. This one doesn't have that same, this one has like, see if you can see it, like this black kind of faux leather plasticky feeling one. Whereas this one just has this really nice kind of thicker page with this embossed texture on it that I just really love. It's just too bad about the missing pages in this one. And this one's going to be the Ignatius Press that you're going to find this one from. So, like I said, I was really disappointed with this, missing those books. I mean, it really just, I didn't want to order this. I'll say this, I did not want to order the same Bible again from that publisher because it just made me feel insecure and not being sure if I was going to be able to get the shipping reimbursed. Plus, the store I ordered it from is charging me a restocking fee, so I didn't really want to go through with that. So I don't know if I will ever go back to one of these Bibles. You know, I noticed pretty quick because it was in the epistles that was missing. I think if it had been a minor prophet, for example, it would have taken me quite a bit longer. So, so that's my review and a kind of a comparison of that against this the Oxford University Press version. I didn't find a lot of resources out there when I was looking for a Bible as a Catholic. We don't really have very many premium Bibles out there, and neither one of these I would say is premium. I mean, the covers are they're bonded leather. They're not super high quality, but I wanted to put something out there so anybody else looking for it, trying to decide between different Bibles, would have something to look at. So that's my review of these two Ignatius Catholic Bibles, the Revised Standard Version, Second Catholic Edition large print, and the First Catholic Edition large print, one from Ignatius Press, the other one being from Oxford University Press. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment or contact me. I have several other Bibles that I could review. I have, I think, at least 2 Catholic Study Bibles, plus the Great Adventure Bible that I just got. And then at least one other Bible with Apocrypha that I could review. So if that's something that you might be interested in, just let me know, and hopefully I can make these videos better quality as time goes on and I get more practice. So, all right, thank you, and have a